wrestling entertainment.
Welcome everyone to WWE Monday Night Exile. We are back with a brand new episode, and we are 48 hours away from WWE's next pay-per-view event, Wired Wednesday. Get ready because it is going to be a hot show here tonight on Exile. You don't want to miss out on WWE Universe night, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's get this show on a fiery roll. Well, we are here tonight on WWE Exile in a packed-out crowd. And look who is kicking off WWE Exile. It is none other than Tiffany Stratton, one of the most important figures in this new era here in the WWE. No doubt about it. She is bold. She's big. She's brash. And last week, she came out to the tune of AJ Lee and basically said, why don't you have your first match back against me? And AJ Lee disrespected Tiffany Stratton and said, Tiffany, you are not worth my time. Tiffany is an accomplished competitor here in the WWE. And the disrespect AJ Lee showed Tiffany Stratton is insane. Unfathomable. Unthinkable when it comes to Tiffany frickin' Stratton. And Tiffany Stratton has not felt good ever since AJ Lee returned.
Last week on WWE Exile, we all saw it. A Jay Lee walks back into my division, my ring, my era, and I showed respect. I welcomed her. I gave her an opportunity. And what did I get? Dismissed. She looked at me and said I wasn't worth her time. Then she walked away like I was some footnote in her comeback story. Let me make this perfectly clear. I am not a footnote. I am not an afterthought. I am the future of this women's division. And this Wednesday, at Wired Wednesday, the power doesn't belong to legends clinging to relevance. It belongs to the people. Every single fan in this arena and everyone watching at home will vote in the polls. And they will vote me to face Liv Morgan for the Women's Championship. Because I don't live off nostalgia. I don't hide behind old chants. I don't walk away when I'm challenged. I take what's mine. And when I become Women's Champion, AJ Lee, you won't be cutting the line. You won't be jumping the queue. You won't even be in the conversation. Because champions don't owe opportunities to ghosts of the past. So maybe, just maybe, AJ Lee should stay retired. Go back to her lowlife, straight meth addict looking punk of a quitter husband, and try and raise some babies in that trash city of Chicago. Because this is my division now. This is my moment. And Wired Wednesday.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, here comes AJ Lee. Oh, after those nasty, disgusting words, calling AJ Lee's husband, CM Punk, basically a meth addict. What an insane way. And now AJ Lee is heading down to that ring and she looks pissed. On Tiffany here now, just once again beating her. Beating Tiffany. Brains into the mat here. AJ Lee beating on Tiffany, and now just look at her unloading on Tiffany over and over with punches, and now just slaps Tiffany Stratton across the face. Oh, and now just dumps Tiffany out of the ring here. Well, there are few things in the WWE you don't do. You don't piss in the wind. You don't tug on Superman cape, and you don't talk about AJ Lee's husband, CM Punk. She just put a beating on Tiffany Stratton. Well, AJ Lee putting a personal beating, a personal stamp on those punches to Tiffany Stratton, who is also in the polls for this Wednesday's Wired Wednesday pay-per-view for the Women's Championship. Will Tiffany Stratton be facing Liv Morgan? Who will the WWE Universe choose? No idea. But up next, LA Knight and Dolph Ziggler is in action here tonight. Well, in the ring, you have Tyler Breeze and Kit Wilson, Pretty and the Boys. And here comes LA Knight. Well, LA Knight in action here tonight on WWE Exile.
From Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds,
Well, LA Knight, Dolph Ziggler said that he wanted a tune-up match tonight. And LA Knight said no, he wants Dolph Ziggler fresh. But to appease Dolph Ziggler before his match this Wednesday at WWE Wired Wednesday, he would tag with Dolph Ziggler in a tag match to ensure that Dolph Ziggler is healthy come this Wednesday at Wired Wednesday for Dolph Ziggler's return match here in the WWE. Well, LA Knight being such a stand-up guy here tonight, offering the tag with his opponent for this Wednesday at Wired Wednesday. Dolph Ziggler is back, and here he is tonight. His first match back in the WWE. Well, at Wired Wednesday, Dolph Ziggler has the opportunity to become a star again as he faces LA Knight in his first singles match back in the WWE. And Wired Wednesday is the most socially interactive pay-per-view of the calendar year here in WWE. So it is going to be your choice, the fans' choice, as to what match Dolph Ziggler and LA Knight compete in. Will it be a Iron Man match? Will it be a 2 out of 3 falls match? Or will it be a submission match? You, the fans, get to choose. And here we go. LA Knight, Dolph Ziggler teaming here tonight. Now look at this. Oh, Kit Wilson coming out of nowhere with a huge uppercut on LA Knight. LA Knight getting lit up by Kit Wilson here in the corner, but now LA Knight fighting out of the corner of Kit Wilson and Tyler Breeze. Pretty and the Boys, they call themselves here. And now, ooh, nasty chop right underneath LA Knight's chin here, right to the throat, and Kit Wilson unloading on LA Knight here. Kit Wilson showing a lot of dominance here in this match against LA Knight, and his boots just raked open the face of LA Knight, and LA Knight is now bleeding thanks to Kit Wilson's boots. And LA Knight just swinging at anything now, if you can even see. And now look at this, LA Knight coming in hot on Kit Wilson with a nice power slam. Going for the pinfall, and only a 2 count there. Now look at this, LA Knight has Kit Wilson up here. LA Knight, there's plants Kit Wilson. And now Kit Wilson's partner Elton Prince getting involved, throwing a chair in. Now look at this, right in the corner, LA Knight. And now look at this, Dolph Ziggler getting in control. It doesn't look like LA Knight is happy here. Now look at this, LA Knight, pulls his partner Dolph Ziggler off the apron. And now he's telling Dolph to stay in his place here. And now Dolph, he is telling Dolph, stay in his goddamn place. And now look at this, here comes Tyler Breeze into the action here. LA Knight getting a little bit distracted. He wants his partner to stay in his place. But LA Knight is bleeding right now against Tyler Breeze and Elton Prince here. Now look at this. Elton Prince. Oh, come on. Elton Prince getting that turnbuckle off of the pad there. The pad off of the turnbuckle. And now Tyler Breeze in full control of LA Knight. Well, I don't know why LA Knight was so hell-bent on Ziggler, saying stay in your damn corner, stay in your damn place. And now LA Knight in trouble with Tyler Breeze here. And now LA Knight fighting off Tyler Breeze, coming in with some chops here. And now, out of nowhere, here comes Tyler Breeze and plants him with a nice, perfectly executed DDT. Tyler Breeze in full control of LA Knight. Now plants LA Knight down. And now in comes none other than Kit Wilson here. Kit Wilson coming into the fray. LA Knight not looking in a good way here tonight after all the distraction he caused with his own partner, Dolph Ziggler. Now LA Knight just throwing punches out of nowhere to Kit Wilson. And Kit Wilson able to counter LA Knight here. And now LA Knight gets bashed. Back of his head right into the mat. Kit Wilson pulling at LA Knight's hair here. And right now, Kit Wilson in full control. Kit Wilson now. And now look at this. And LA Knight counters. LA Knight counters and a big boot to Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson gets opened up here. And now he's thinking of a tag to maybe Dolph Ziggler, but no. He just decides not to tag Dolph Ziggler. And a big right hand from LA Knight. I don't know why he's not tagging Ziggler, and another big hand from LA Knight. Right in the face of his partner. He's saying, stay in your lane, and now big knee right to the back of LA Knight here. LA Knight in trouble. LA Knight in a really bad way here with Kit Wilson. Is LA Knight going to tap out to Kit Wilson here? He is deep in this Boston Crab with Kit Wilson. He had a chance to tag in Dolph Ziggler, but chose not to. Now look at this. LA Knight. What is LA Knight thinking? Coming in with a big elbow drop on Kit Wilson, and there's Tyler Breeze to break up the pinfall. Now look at this. A big right hand to Tyler Breeze. Right in the face. And now look at this. Nice neck breaker from Kit Wilson. Going for the pinfall. 1, 2. I feel like LA Knight is fighting off distractions here tonight, but he needs to pay attention to his opponent in the ring here. They're running off the ropes, and now look at this. Kit Wilson catches LA Knight here. And what is Kit Wilson thinking? But no. LA Knight able to counter Kit Wilson. And now runs in, and a big spear from Kit Wilson. Goes to pin LA Knight here. 2. And no, Dolph Ziggler comes in and breaks up before LA Knight gets pinned by Kit Wilson. Want some tag team action here. And now look at this once again. Getting in the face of his own tag team partner. Just yelling at Ziggler here. And now once again, Kit Wilson takes advantage here. LA Knight needs to stop worrying about Dolph Ziggler, who's trying to help him, and start worrying about Kit Wilson, who has him locked in an octopus stretch here. And oh my God, LA Knight taps out. LA Knight taps out to Kit Wilson. LA Knight so distracted by keeping Ziggler in his place on the apron. And he tapped out. Pretty and the boys with a huge win over two of WWE's biggest names, LA Knight and Dolph Ziggler. What a huge upset. All because LA Knight had this obsession with Dolph Ziggler not getting into this match. Up next here tonight is our final main event before our WWE pay-per-view, Wired Wednesday this Wednesday. The WWE World Champion is in action, up next on Exile. Well, what a week it is going to be here in the WWE with our pay-per-view event, WWE Wired Wednesday, this Wednesday night. And Aleister Black will be defending his WWE World Championship against none other than his challenger, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker and Aleister Black will have the fans choose the stipulation of their match. The fans can choose between a steel cage match, a hardcore match, or a special guest referee. Now, that special guest referee can be anyone on the WWE roster. Also, this Wednesday, we do know that the Big Gods will defend the WWE Men's Tag Team Championships. But who will they defend against? We do know that the WWE Universe will pick their opponents. But will it be the team that qualified a few weeks ago, Social Disruption, for the polls? Will it be Pretty and the Boys, who had a big tag team win earlier tonight on Exile? Or will it be two men who are new entries to these polls? They both have wins over one-halves of the WWE Men's Tag Team Champions. Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre will be the final team in those polls. The WWE Universe will also be able to choose the Women's Championship match. Who will be Liv Morgan's opponent? Will it be Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, or Sol Ruka? And then the Women's Tag Team Championships are also going to be put on the line, and the WWE Universe will get to choose the Women's Tag Team Champions opponents. Will it be Pretty Deadly Sinners versus Jade Cargill and Lash Legend, True Goons, Braun Breaker, or will it be Chris Sabin getting an upset victory over the world champion? We will find out right now. Now look at this. Aleister Black coming in hot with nasty strikes on Chris Sabin here. Lighting up Chris Sabin is Aleister Black, and a big drop kick to Chris Sabin here, right to the side of his face from Aleister Black here. And Chris Sabin trying to handle Aleister Black here. He's going to be able to handle Black with that offense early on from Aleister Black. But Chris Sabin now trying to control Aleister here, but not for long as Sabin gets controlled by Aleister Black. Now Black with a shot right to the rib of Chris Sabin here. Now look at this, going to drop down Chris Sabin to the mat. Aleister Black now just stomping at Chris Sabin here. And these are deliberate strikes from Aleister Black, and you can see the precision he was aiming with. And now Chris Sabin countering Black here, takes Black down. Now Aleister Black, Chris Sabin locking at collar to elbow here. Now Aleister Black has Chris Sabin into the corner, and a big right hand from Aleister Black. Aleister Black knows what's at stake tonight. He wants to make quick work of his opponent, Chris Sabin. Quicker work of Chris Sabin means he's able to focus more on none other than Braun Breaker, his challenger for the WWE World Championship, in just 48 hours. Aleister Black takes Chris Sabin off of the apron here, as Aleister Black in full control, the world champion in full control here. Now Aleister Black goes to take out Sabin, but Sabin able to get out of the way. And now Chris Sabin, very smart, gets back into the ring. Gonna make Aleister Black have to get into the ring here, but no, Chris Sabin dives through the rope with a nice suicide dive here. Chris Sabin in control of the world champion after a crash and burn, and Sabin is taking full control of Aleister Black here. Now Aleister Black taking it to Sabin here, but now Sabin gonna throw Black right into the apron area. And now Black gonna take Sabin back out here and take Sabin back into the ring here. Very smart by Aleister Black here. Now Black coming into the ring, went for a knee, but no. Chris Sabin counters Aleister Black here. And now, ooh, big super kick from Chris Sabin. Sabin in full control of the WWE World Champion right now. And now the World Champion takes out the leg of Chris Sabin here. And now it is the World Champion looking for, gonna go ahead and lock in a nice submission on Sabin, but Sabin with big right hands to the face of Aleister Black. Sabin putting up a fight against Black here tonight. Now look at this, Black just loading up Chris Sabin with strikes here. Now, takes out Sabin with an ungodly amount of strikes here. Goes for the pinfall. 2, 3, and no. Chris Sabin kicks out. We're live tonight on Spike TV, the world champion in action here. And now look at this. Here comes a world champion. Takes out Chris Sabin here. Now the world champion, what is he thinking? Going to the top rope. This is the world champion. And now the world champion comes out. And now look at this. Oh, Black Mass out of nowhere from Aleister Black. That is putting away Sabin for the night. No doubt about it. The world champion walking into this Sunday with momentum against his challenger. Oh, speak of the challenger. It's Braun Breaker. It is Aleister Black, Braun Breaker for the World Championship this Wednesday at WWE Wired Wednesday. And Braun is hungry and wants that championship.
Get your connection ready. Wired Wednesday is coming to pay-per-view soon.